What's going on, ladies and gents? Today, I'm going to be talking to you about how to get out of a rut. Let's get started. What's going on, guys? Chris Albert here with the Warrior Soul Agoge, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to get yourself out of a rut. Now, what's a rut? Well, a lot of times we find ourselves in a place where we don't know the way forward. We feel stuck, right? We feel stuck where we are. We feel stuck in our job. We feel stuck in our relationships. We feel stuck as people. And when you get that feeling of being stuck, meaning you don't know if there's any way out of your current situation, particularly men get really depressed because of this. Because you don't know when this situation's going to end. You don't know when you're going to stop feeling down. And you can't really pinpoint why you're feeling the way you're feeling. Well, today what I want to do, there's a lot of people out there who talk about this. They'll talk about super motivating tips and try. I want to take it from that 3,000 foot helicopter view and break it down for you into some actionable steps that you're going to be able to take in order to get yourself out of that rut you're in. So let's get started. Now, the big thing that I want you to understand here is that if you are in a rut, if you try to sit down and you try to just start journaling and just try to start writing down your goals, a lot of times that's not going to work. Because when you're stuck because you can't figure out a way forward. So sitting down and thinking more is not really going to get you anywhere, or not likely to get you anywhere. What you need to start to do is for a bit, you need to get out of your own head. And so the first step I'm going to tell you to take here is to start moving. Now, what do I mean by moving? I mean exercising. I mean lifting heavy things. I mean putting your body under some sort of stress. Going out there and trying to break a sweat. Now, what this is going to do is it's going to do a few things for you. Oh, doggies. Number one, it's going to get you to start opening up your mind. It's going to start to get you to think in different ways. And because you are moving, you're sweating, you're doing something for yourself, it's going to start to get you to view yourself in a little bit more of a positive light. So step one, before you sit down, before you break out a journal, before you do anything else, I want you to start moving. I want you to start getting out there and getting after it in some way. Kettlebells, weights, sprints, going out for a run, something like that. And make that part of your daily schedule. Now, I'm not telling you that you're going to go out there and you're going to do a single workout and then the world's going to open up for you. What I am telling you is that it's going to elevate your hormones a bit, right? I've talked about that a lot on this channel, how exercise can help you to create a lot of positive, happy chemicals that are going to make you feel better. It's going to open your mind. It's going to put you in a little bit of better mood, and that'll get you into a place where we can go into step number two. Step number two is where you need to start figuring out a way to invest in yourself. That means going out there and trying to learn something that you always wanted to learn but never had a chance to, right? Maybe taking a new course. Maybe just as simple as going out here on YouTube, looking up something that you always wanted to do and starting to figure out how to do that thing, right? Maybe getting a book off of Amazon about a subject you always wanted to learn about. Or maybe it's a book about how to improve your career, right? Now, why do I want you to go out there and I want you to do this? Well, the reason why I want you to do this is because right now, one of the reasons you're stuck is because you're searching for something in yourself that's not there. You're searching for some bit of knowledge, something that you hope is going to push you forward, but you keep missing out on it because it's not there right now. right? And one of the mistakes we make when we're down is that we think we should be automatically generating these things out of our minds, right? We think that it should automatically be there. But if you humble yourself a bit and you go out there and you start investing in yourself through other people, through authors, through people a little bit more in the know about something you want to know about than you, then again, that can open up your mind. It can present you with information that you haven't seen before, all right? And once again, I'm telling you, I'm not saying that you're going to go out there and find all the answers in a book or a course or anything like that. But what I am telling you is that you put yourself into that position where you're learning some new things. That is another thing that can help you to open up your mind, all right? Step three. This is where we finally start to sit down and we start to think a little bit for ourselves, right? The first two steps were just about opening up your mind and getting yourself into a position where you could start to think about new things. Step 3 is about actually figuring out what you want. Step 3 is sitting down and actually thinking about your vision. What do you want out of life? What do you really want your life to look like? If your life was perfect right now, what would it be like, right? And what I want you to do is I want you to sit down for about a half an hour, schedule this out, get rid of all your distractions, break out a pen and a piece of paper, turn on your favorite music, and I want you to start writing down what your perfect life would be like. And don't just give me some, I want $1 million in my bank account and I want this job, I want that job. No, I want you to get into the details here. Spend the time. Think about who you're waking up next to. Where are you waking up? What does the scene outside your bedroom look like, right? What does the window scene look like right there? What does your day look like day by day, right? What are the people like that you're interacting with every day? What kind of impact are you having on the world, right? I want you to think about that stuff and make sure that you're going into detail about this, right? Shouldn't take longer than half hour to 45 minutes. You sit down and trust me, this is one of the most valuable exercises that you could ever want. And the reason why this is so valuable is because a lot of times we go through life on other people's tracks, right? We go through life doing what other people want because we want to do what's expected to us. So a lot of us, we end up going to college and getting into certain career paths because, well, we thought that's what our parents expected of us, right? And so what this is going to finally get you a chance to do is it's going to get you to finally list out what you really want, what you truly want. Not just the money, the cars, and all that stuff, but what is your life emotionally doing for you, right? That's so important because if you don't know that, if you don't understand that, then a lot of times you could be working for something that you never wanted in the first place, right? So really, really important that you go do that. Step number 4, right? And remember, step number 3 can't be done until you open your mind up a little bit with the first 2 steps. Step number 4 is something that can't be done until you've done step 3 and actually looked at your vision. And that is starting to plan. All right, so you have your vision down. You've written it out. What do you need to accomplish in order to get to that vision? Now, the way you want to do this is you want to start with that vision in mind, and then you want to work backwards, right? You want to think backwards. What's the last thing I had to do to get there? What's the thing I had to do before that, right? And what this is going to do is it's going to help you to lay out a very clear step-by-step format for getting your vision, right? And yeah, your vision might be this grand, crazy thing, right? But once you start breaking it down into these steps, you might find that your vision is a lot more attainable than you thought it would be. And what you're essentially doing is you're backward planning to create a path for yourself to getting to where you want to go, right? And you're breaking this down at the same time into smaller, more digestible chunks, all right? So you started planning. Now we need to get on to step 5, all right? And this is another aspect of planning that people skip often, and that is scheduling, all right? So usually when people try to set goals and they try to create a vision, what they do is they start trying to swing for the fences, and they start trying to hit grand slams and trying to get it all in one swoop. But the reality is that great things aren't created like that. Great things are created step by step, right? Through actions and behaviors that you're doing all the time, that you're doing consistently. So what I want you to do is I want you to sit down and start scheduling those little things out, right? So if you're trying to build a business, right? What time in your life are you scheduling to work on that business? It could be an hour a day. It could be 2 hours a day. But whatever it is, schedule it out. If you're trying to get fit, are you scheduling time to train, right? Are you scheduling time to think, right? Are you scheduling time to think about whether or not you're getting closer to your vision, right? You want to schedule this stuff, get it down in your calendar, and then you want to move on to step number 6. Step 6 is actually going out there and taking action, right? Taking action, because a lot of people put a lot of thought into what they do, but there's very few people who actually ever take the actions they need to take to get to where they want to go. So you've got everything down. You've started scheduling your stuff out. Now actually go out there and do it, right? Go out there and actually do it. And don't just do it one time. Don't just do it for a week. Do it day by day, week by week, month by month, right? Consistency is key with everything. I've always said that with fitness, but it's true of everything. Whether you're in business, whether you're in relationships, what doesn't matter. Whatever path to success that you want is going to be met through consistency. All right. And then step 7, the final thing, reach out to other people. Find friends who are going to help you along on your way, right? They might be in your circle already, or they might be people that you have yet to meet yet, right? So what you got to do is you got to find those people who are going to support you, right? You definitely want to get, if you're in a relationship, you want to get your wife, your girlfriend, whoever on your side, right? But you also want to reach out to people who are a little bit ahead of you, right? Now, I'm not telling you to go out and pay somebody to be your mentor. What I'm telling you is go out there and see if there's meetups in your town. If you're trying to start a business, try to find other people who are also entrepreneurs. See if there's any entrepreneurial groups. If you're trying to invest more smartly, see if you have an investors club. If you are into the outdoors and you want to start trying to live off the land, see if there is an outdoorsman's group, right? Whole lot of things you can do there. There's definitely awesome ways that you can fulfill your network, not just the ones I mentioned, but also through church, community groups, and so many other things. But get out there and get other people on your side. Like I said before, you're not always going to have the knowledge inside of you necessary to move forward, and you're going to need other people, right? And so what this does, when you surround yourself with people like that, it creates a built-in environment through which you're not going to be able to find yourself in a rut again. Or if you do, you're going to have people to reach out to who are going to help you to get out of it. All right. So guys, I know that's a lot that I covered right there. What I'm going to do is I'm putting up a worksheet. I'm going to put this up on the show notes for this episode. They're going to be up at warriorsoulagoge.com. I'll put the link to that worksheet in the comments below on this video. And then if you guys have any questions at all, please let me know. I'm also going to be doing a follow-up to this on the Warrior Soul podcast. So definitely check that out. And like I said, I'm not the be-all, end-all of anything. I've just lived a lot of freaking life. I've been knocked down. I found myself in more rough situations than I can imagine. And I'm just really trying to help you guys out. I don't have anything to sell here. So take that for what it is, and I hope you find your way. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be talking to you again very soon. Peace.